Seb, as always, can you give us your overall thoughts on the game today?
Entertaining, happening more often than not. I said it in pre-game that what you'll find today is two teams that both wanted to win, needed to win to get 3 points. We're obviously chasing Angel City, and they're obviously chasing to get playoffs as well. So I felt that we dominated the game in possession, even out of possession. I think we were in controlled spaces. I think they were patient and trying to pull us out of positions, but we're allowing the right people to have time and space on the ball. And there was a few little adjustments that we had to make at halftime. We had to increase the energy and our shift across to keep them spaces tight, and the players did that. But the game is, it's all down to goals, and we create a lot of good opportunities to score. We have to take them, and when we do take them, we're going to be even more of a threat than we showed today.
Awesome.
So I'm kind of going off of those chances created, out of all of those that you had, one on target. It's been a slow progression in terms of just creating the chances, because month and a half ago that there were no chances being created, and then now it's been a progression. What's the next step to try and get that finishing touch from your team? Is it something that you need to do in training? Is it something that you need the players to do? From your perspective, what do you think?
I wish I had the answer. It's the hardest part of the game, right? Putting the ball in the goal. And I don't know if it's repetition in training. The players have showed that they can put the ball in the goal in training. We're creating them sort of opportunities in training as well. So I don't know. They're definitely confident. They're confident players. We've installed that into them, that making sure that they're in the right places is really important. I spoke about it last week. Julie Doyle been in the width for the goal, and she gets a goal. So I wish I knew the formula to score goals. I think it's one of the things that we're just going to keep practicing, to have that killer instinct in front of goal. But the most important thing is that we're creating them opportunities, the right opportunities. Someone spoke to me about XG and stuff like that. We don't need to take 30-yard shots. They're low percentage shots. We're getting the right areas. We're getting good crossing positions. We're getting players in the width of the goal. Like that's high percentage opportunities.
Luis?
Hi, Coach. I wanted to ask you about Thais Rice. How big of an impact do you think she's making in this team? And what do you see her starting at some point in the foreseeable future?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've created this environment where it's difficult to make decisions. The players are playing really well. We're getting results. Like with any young player, they have to be patient, and we have to develop them. We have to put them in at the right times. It's a tough industry that we work in, and everything about time is really important to increase their development moving forward. So again, she's just getting her feet wet right now. She's still a rookie, same as a lot of young players that we have in our squad, and it's all about timing. And we coach them, we do video with them, we tell them aspects of the game they need to improve on, and we give them that attention to move forward in their careers.
Sean?
A little earlier, you mentioned Julie Doyle. She comes, you get her to start last week. She scores against Kansas City, and then she comes on today. She provides a spark again. Can you talk about her sort of evolution as a professional striker for the team?
She's been terrific. She was unfortunate not to start, having given a really good performance against Kansas, but these are the decisions you have to make as a head coach. So she made an immediate impact, and that's all we can ask for. When players come onto the field as a substitute, can you make an impact in the game? And she certainly did that today with getting a goal and making difficult runs, finding the spaces. Again, you're talking about a rookie. improving her, developing her, and putting in, going through a slight bit of adversity. How are you going to react not starting? And she showed today, like, her reaction was brilliant.
I'm going to go to Dan on the Zoom.
Hi, Seb. Thanks for your time. Kerry and Maggie were in just before yourself, kind of talking about how much fun they've been having playing in midfield and how you've kind of given them license to get on the ball and be creative. I just wonder, like, in terms of on a day-to-day basis behind the scenes, how do you go about fostering that kind of environment and then translating that into a game as we saw tonight?
Trust, I guess. I mean, I trust them to get in the right spaces, get in the right areas of the field where they can be threatening. I spoke at halftime about we are going to make mistakes, but make the right mistakes. Make a mistake where you're thinking about threatening, playing a penetrating pass through a line. And that's the encouragement that I'm giving the players, is that, whatever happens, we have to be adaptable. But it's the risk reward element of the game that, I think the first 20-25 minutes of the game, we looked reluctant to play passes, and we were hiding away from good areas, and we were in the shadow of defenders, and that's not what we're about. So we put that to bed and said, like, listen, we got to do the little bits of getting out the shadow, getting in good areas, details of passing, details of the touch. And when you do that, you are so threatening, and we just keep relaying that message to the players every single time. Like, you can see that, Abella's getting in really good areas. Maggie, Erica, them areas are uncomfortable for defenders to pick up. And when we move the ball quickly, it's hard to play against. So that's why we've said it. That's why we keep going on about. We say it in training every day. Details are massive in terms of this game.
Awesome.
So I was just kind of curious, for you being this is your first foray into the head coaching position. How's it been just in terms of kind of dealing with lineups and substitutions and picking the moments when to put players in and seeing how they would affect the game? And how are those discussions with your staff going? And are you kind of learning on the job? Or you kind of gotten a good feel for when players need to come in and who, etc.?
I'm young. I'm a young head coach, but I've had experience in this game. So, it's all about timing, finding the right time to make a substitution, reading the game, reading the momentum of the game. Like you said, I am learning on the job, but I have played the game and see, like, when and where to make a substitution or a tactical switch. And then, today we did it. It paid off. we look at it, reflect, and we say, it was a good move. and other times I'm going to go, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. So, it's a part of learning and getting more experience in this role. You see experienced coaches make the same mistake. So it's just part of the role that I'm in.
Last one, Luis.
Thank you, Coach. This group has gone through a lot of changes recently, and you coming in with Coach Giles also, and also Miguel helping out. How's that bonding been with the players and that change of mindset to play? Because it seems that now you guys are there to push, like, throughout 90 minutes. That motivation, where does it come from?
I guess culture. We've changed the culture of the club, the team. You can see that the players are going to give absolutely everything to the final whistle. And behind the scenes, it's been hard work for the players. We threw in double days when Giles and Miguel first came. We did double days, which are uncomfortable. The Florida heat is unforgiving, and just making that environment a little bit uncomfortable. And it's not like a high threshold. It's just, you're going again. Adding running sessions, adding, team bonding, fun activities, but then knowing when to mean business as well. So we have a really good balance. You know, we have a very good togetherness. The players have bought into what we're trying to do, and you know, you can see that it's getting implemented on the field. You know, they're enjoying football, and that's how it should be. It should be fun. It should be enjoyable, because it's the best sport.